This is one of the top mowers in the Honda lineup, but Honda's done making them. So should you still buy one? Hey guys and gals, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB. This Honda HRX217HYA was purchased by a local longtime subscriber here to the channel. He was kind enough to let me unbox it and review it, so let's get into this. So is this the last Honda that I'll be unboxing here in the garage? I said that last time, but they keep popping up. From here, I'm gonna lift this up because the bag might be right underneath the top, so we wanna be careful. If I slice that, I might slice a friendship here. Open sesame. Boom and boom. Just love that new Honda smell. Let's dig a little deeper, see what we find. We have our engine oil and our owner's manual. We have our bag all nicely, neatly folded there. Looks like the bag frame is underneath the mower here. That's interesting. Now getting this guy out of here is just a little awkward, so we're just gonna slice the sides here and roll it out. Drop that down. Boy, they hid that underneath there neatly. Look at her roll. Rip off this cardboard and free up these controls. You are released from your shackles. There we go. Okay, let's bring these handlebars up. So this Honda has 3 height adjustment settings. This right now is set at its lowest position. So if you're a really short person, boom, this is a win for you. Now I'm gonna raise it up to the middle setting. Right there, that's your middle height setting. And this for me is probably gonna be a comfortable spot. Now if I wanna take it all the way up to the highest setting, I'm gonna open these up again, raise it up, lock them in. And boom, we're good. That is very high. So now if I'm a much taller person, this is where you probably want to be at. Let's get the rest of this cardboard out of the way. And we'll get these wannabe dryer sheets out of here. So what we gotta do next is get our bag up on our frame. All right, to start this out, I'm gonna take these prongs here on the sides and stick them into these holes, just like that. Then the other side, in. Done. So there is our frame. We want the Honda logo pointing up. This is our top section. Starting to look like a lawnmower bag. That's easy. Then we're gonna take our little sides here, lock them on. Now this side, lock it on. And the bottom. Good. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, your Honda HRX lawnmower bag. Pop this guy on. We're gonna lift the rear trunk, lock it in place. Hood down, done. Now for the last step before starting this bad boy up, we have to add some engine oil. Let's get to it. Now according to the manual, it says that this mower is shipped without oil in the engine. And we're gonna add the entire contents of this 10W30 motor oil, and there's 12 fluid ounces. All of this is going right in. And we are going to pull out our dipstick. Okay, there's just a little bit of oil inside. The reason they do that is for shipping purposes to help protect and coat everything while it's in shipping. Not to worry about it. All the contents in that bottle of oil are going right in. Gonna hold that right up there, just like that. Good deal. Honda makes it super easy. Cool. We are now locked and loaded and ready to go. And help load this video up with the YouTube algorithm, would you mind hitting that like button? Thank you very much. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. After about 10 minutes, this Honda HRX217HYA is now fully set up. Now let's get into the details of what makes this Honda so different from all the rest. Right off the bat, the Nexite deck. Oh, you fancy, huh? Yep. It's plastic. Honda states that it's made of a high-impact, resistant material that does not dent, rust, or corrode over time. So if your goal with buying a new mower is longevity, then here you go. And because of the way this mower is designed, it's not considered a 3-in-1, but instead a 4-in-1. It can rear discharge by shooting the clippings straight down out the back. You can also strictly mulch with it and bag with a bagger that has a 2.5 bushel capacity. And by the way, Honda can pack these bags full of clippings better than our parents could ever pack a lunch. Sorry, garage mom and garage geezer, but on an HRX model, you can do a little of both. You can take this handle right here, which allows you to select between bagging and mulching. So if I wanted to put it maybe somewhere in the middle, I could. Now, let's say hypothetically you go out of town and you come back many days later and the lawn is a mile high. Well, if you really loved mulching your lawn, what you could do is set it to somewhere maybe in the middle, and you could still mulch a lot of the clippings and pump those nutrients back into the soil, but at the same time, you could still pump a lot of clippings into the bag and give your lawn a cleaner cut. This is really just one of those unique features that you just don't see on any other mower. Sitting directly in front of that, we have the Honda GCV 200 engine. Easy to start, and most of the time, these mowers start on the very first pull. These engines are pretty darn powerful. When you compare it to the Honda HRN 216, which is their base model, that is very much like the Honda Civic of the lawnmower line. It's economical, it cuts great, and delivers an adequate amount of power. But when you step up into the Honda GCV 200 engine, now we're talking about a Honda Accord with a V6. This engine's gonna give you plenty of power to get up hills easier, and less of a fight cutting through taller grass. With this model, you also get an adjustable throttle control. That is a long since forgotten feature on many mowers nowadays. Let's say you gotta have that neighborly Tim the Toolman chat with Wilson. Well, what you could simply do is throttle down, make the engine run a little quieter. That way you can talk to your neighbor on a more normal level. And then as soon as you're done, you can simply just throttle back up and go. Honda definitely had maintenance in mind here too. Oil changes here are incredibly simple. Simply tip it over, pour it out, refill it, and you're done. Air filters are easy to change out too, right underneath this cover. And by the way, it's best to buy those air filters in bulk. That way you save a lot of money over the life of the mower. And I'll have these air filters linked down below in the description. The gas cap on this mower is absolutely huge, which helps reduce spilling. Smart thinking, Honda. Plus, you get a manual fuel shutoff valve. These are standard across Honda models. This is just one of those features that you don't see on many other brands. Now, as far as gas mileage goes, there is zero range anxiety with this mower. I mowed my entire 10,000 square foot lawn on one single tank, and there was still a little bit left at the bottom. They really don't drink it, and with all the power that you're getting here, this engine is a sweet deal. So what does this engine spin underneath the deck? Well, not one, but two blades. This is their micro cut system for superior cut quality, mulching, and bagging. Gotta love the rubber drag flap on these too. A lot of brands are putting plastic cheapo ones on. Now to get the right height of cut on this mower, you have a 7-position, 4-wheel height adjustment system. You gotta adjust all 4 wheels? What a pain. Well, call me old school, but I think that's the way it should be. This setup is simple and just works. When I see 1 or 2 handle height adjustments on mower decks, they tend to bounce a little bit. These 4 hold the height well, going all the way down to 0.75 inches and all the way up to 4 inches, allowing you to mow some really tall grass. And this Honda's rolling on 2 1/8 inch wide by 9 inch tall rims with ball bearings for better maneuverability and increased durability. And that's a rubber tread too, so they last longer. Plus, this is a rear wheel drive unit. Up at the top, your command center has a lot going on up here. Here on the left side, you have your throttle control, and right now we're in slow. Pushing it up that way would be full throttle, and then bringing it all the way back down would turn the mower off. And just to the right here is quite possibly the biggest and baddest feature on this entire mower, the hydrostatic transmission. This is a feature that really sets this mower apart, allowing you to choose your speed between 0 and 4 miles per hour. 9 different speeds here is what you get. And to put that in perspective, a lot of commercial mowers have 3 or 5-speed transmissions. This one has 9. 9 speeds, that's just bananas. And you can vary your speed up or down as you're mowing. This lever up here with the yellow button will be your blade control. You're gonna simply push down, push that forward, and hold it, and that'll get the blade spinning. And if you wanna stop the mower for any reason, maybe you got something in your way or an obstacle or a kid's toy, you can simply let it go. The mower will still keep running, but the blade will stop. Now let's say you got the blade going like that. To engage the drive system, all you're gonna do is simply push up on this bar and away you go. To stop the wheels, what you're gonna do is simply let go of this clutch handle and the wheels will stop spinning. Now, according to the manual, the higher speeds on this unit are gonna be more for transport, whereas the lower speeds are gonna be better for cutting. Now here's a few other quick facts about this Honda. Your overall weight is 97 pounds. It comes with a whopping 5-year residential warranty. Most others will top out at 2 or 3, so this is big. It's a good idea to fill out any warranty paperwork right away the minute you buy it, and this unit also comes with a 90-day commercial warranty. Well, this mower is all set, so if you're ready, I'm ready, let's go mow. Ethanol free is the way to be. Love that sound. Let's start her up. We're gonna move our throttle into the slow position. Throttle up. Then to engage the blade, we're gonna push down and push up. So how does this Honda HRX217HYA mow? Mulching underneath does a really good job slicing up clippings into superfine particles with decent deck suction. Bagging takes the win though for the best quality of cut and can load the bag with tons of clippings without feeling rear heavy. And the rear discharge will leave a bit of a mess behind depending on how tall your grass actually is. Striping on this mower is a solid A, but if you want to get to that A+, you're going to need to do some extra credit and buy a striping kit. I'll have one for this model linked down below. Now here's what I like about this Honda HRX217HYA. The engine has plenty of power to get you through the thick spots, and the 9-inch taller wheels help you navigate it easily around your yard. The deck. I've only seen one of these broken over the years, and that's because the owner rolled it down a steep hill and it hit a tree. And it cracked the frame right underneath the front height adjuster. He was able to fix it with some JB weld and was actually able to use it for several more years. Wish I got invited to the soapbox mower races. Other than that, that's some seriously tough plastic. The hydrostatic transmission is a huge win for this unit and really pushes it into that top tier of these mowers. It gives you a nice consistent speed. Unlike the Smart Drive on the HRN or the Personal Pace on some other models, you start at one speed, but you end at another on a single pass. This drive system holds it in cruise control until you let go. The transmission underneath is solid metal, making this mower more durable and rugged. Now, no mower is perfect, but here's what grinds my gears with this Honda. This is a big mower and it feels like you're driving a spaceship. And because you're so far back from those front wheels, you're gonna have to better negotiate your turns a little bit. Recalls, oh my gosh. Last year, the Honda mowers that were produced had some massive issues with their camshafts. They would lock up, making them impossible to start and injured a lot of homeowners. Now this problem has been rectified by Honda, and what you wanna look for when buying one of these is this green dot right here. That's the indicator that that camshaft issue has been repaired on the model. I did a more in-depth video on all these indicators and I'll have that video linked down below. Also, if you're unaware, Honda is officially out of the lawnmower game as of September 2023. This applies only to US production, and it's sad to see a mower of this quality no longer being produced. If you're still seeing Honda mowers on shelves at big box stores, as far as I know, they're selling off remaining stock as of the making of this video. Now, moving down to the engine, the air filter cap has a tendency to pop off. If you were to ram the mower underneath a low bush, what could potentially happen is the cover falls off and then it gets caught up underneath your mower, completely getting diced up. Ask me how I know. The handlebar locks. After several years of use, these tend to give out, but you can easily replace them with a simple nut and bolt from a hardware store. Now, if you have a yard with a lot of trees all over the place that you have to get around, you're not gonna like this drive system. When you have to keep doing this back and forth around every single tree and every turn, that starts to get really annoying. This method is a little slow and the ergonomics just aren't here. If this was a little closer, I'd be a heck of a lot happier. Long straightaways are great, but if you gotta make a lot of turns, this gets really annoying over time. Now, not to worry, I did a proper engine braking on this mower. I ran the mower for 30 minutes and then changed the oil out. This helps the engine run cleaner and perform better over time. I'll have a video on this procedure linked down below too. This is definitely not an entry-level mower, and this is one of those mowers that can easily push past that 10-year, 100,000 mile mark if properly cared for. For more cool garage gear content, click or tap the screen right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.